For those of you that do not know me, my name is Monty Russell. I'm from down the road of Round Rock. Out of German Chanella. This is my, I've been here 2.5 years, right? And so these convocations are, I enjoy them. To see people come back. Because to me, convocation is, the way we run it, is all about potential and opportunity. What is the potential of the year that's before us? What are the opportunities that we have as staff, faculty, but also those opportunities that we make for our students? And, you know, we were supposed to be on the first floor at our newly renovated lecture hall. And I had began to work on, because if you look in there's all these TV screens around. So I wanted to utilize that, and I wanted to have a PowerPoint. I've been working on some research that talks about how the changing demographic of the Navajo Nation is affecting us and may possibly impact us as we go forward. Chapters are getting smaller. Very few chapters, except these larger ones in Winter Rock and Tuba City, are growing. People are leaving faster than they're born. That's going to have a huge impact. But I made this with all this, data and charts. But on this screen, it looks terrible. So I said, okay, I'll do that later when we can all share that other time. So then I thought about 10 o'clock at night last night. What are the updates? And we heard a lot of the updates already. So I don't want to go back over them. But I think the biggest update that I have is this cup of coffee here. Warrior Coffee. And I went and I bought my coffee instead of getting it free over here. Trying to help our local business, if you will. But I think the idea there that I have is that it's about the opportunities we have. So what I thought about last night as I was working on this is, rather than give a speech that I have kind of always talking about, this, inspiration in terms of, isn't it great to work at the Net College? We all know that because we're here. And I thought what I'd do today is something a little different. So I carry with me a notebook. And if I don't have a notebook, a piece of paper. So if I'm driving down the road and a thought comes up, or I'm listening to NPR or something, I'll write it down. So I'm driving. If you see the person swerving in front of you or swerving coming at you, that's me writing notes down to myself. But I keep these notes. And then I put them away and I never find them. Right? Until a year later, and man, that was a great idea 2 years ago. But it's too late now. But what I wanted to do was to start looking at how we can think about this college a little differently. What I want to start with today is a recent study. It hasn't even been released yet. It's a study by the American Indian College Fund about TCUs and alumni, and we were a part of that study, our alumni. And I pulled some data points from that I want to share with all of you, because I think it's important that you see what your former students thought of the college and you collectively. We will be able to get, when it's fully released, the details specific to our students, because we were a big enough impact that we can actually have that data for ourselves. One of the things that came up, and I'm just going to read some of these findings here. Many TCU alumni strongly agree they are deeply interested in the work that they do, have a job that gives them the opportunity to do work that interests them, and have the ideal job for them. TCU graduates outperform all comparison groups by a significant margin on these three measures. There were three measures. So let me tell you, what it was the general population and then minority serving institutions. So against all those groups, we perform higher. For example, To the question, I am deeply interested in the work that I do, and my job gives me the opportunity to do work that interests me, and I have the ideal job for me. 53% of TCU alumni strongly agree with that statement, whereas the college graduates nationally was 38%, American Indian graduates nationally was 40%, and minority serving institutions was 41%. Think about that for a second. So our TCU students are saying that what you've given them in education, in experience, in opportunity, is better suited for what they want to do in their life. That's huge. I know when I graduated from college, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. And if I were to go back and take this, I would be in that 38% to say my college didn't really prepare me as much. But our TCU students are thinking differently. I think that's a credit to all of you. The students' view of TCUs. Here are just some findings. TCU alumni are nearly 2 times more likely than their peers nationally to thrive in all elements of well-being. 2 times more likely. And what do you think? The idea of probably there is more that cultural founding, right? That history, that sense of belonging, identity. So we talk about identity as being a part of the mission of this college, but sometimes we don't build that bridge to say, well, why is it important to know who you are as a Navajo in 2019? Well, here's research that's helping to show this is why. TCU alumni are significantly more likely than graduates nationally to say their alma mater prepared them well for life outside of college. That's a pretty strong statement. So that's saying that if you're looking at students from UNM, from ASU, from other colleges, most of the colleges a lot of us attended, look at what that response is. I was just on a call with a friend of mine at ASU who was in the master's program of Native American Studies and had a student come in and say, I wasted a year of my life. I don't think we have any of our students saying that to us here. No knock against ASU alumni, but anyway. TCU alumni give back to their own community. 74% report being primarily employed in areas related to American Indian communities or tribal lands, and many work directly with their tribe. 74%. So this idea that, what do we always talk about? We have people leaving the reservation. I just talked about the exodus from our chapters, but with TCU grads, they're staying and finding a place on the reservation and contributing back to their communities and to their nation. That's huge. And that's because of all of you. Students' view of their faculty. TCU graduates, 59%, are almost twice as likely as American Indian graduates nationally, 33%, to strongly agree that their professors, instructors, cared about them as a person. Let me say that again, cared about them as a person. It's crazy that you even have to, in a survey and a research study, have to ask that question. Do you feel your professor cares about you as a person? I think it's almost 2 to 1. Because of all of you. Because of how you treat our students. These are the answers that are coming from Gwinnett College. This isn't some other institution far away. I think that's important. 81% of TCU alumni strongly agree they had at least one professor or instructor who made them excited about learning, significantly higher than college graduates nationally, 71%. Think about that, 81% to 71%. Sometimes when I'm in meetings and people take this little jab at TCUs about all the faculty. But here's a case where students are saying, you know what? My faculty is making me more excited about learning. That's a strong statement. Earlier we just had our ranking and acknowledgement of our professors. We're trying to do our part in the sense of saying, let's build that, let's honor that as we move forward. All of this works together. This idea of being a professor, an associate professor, an assistant professor. Because what I want to hear from our students is, I have a meeting with my professor. That just feels good. That sounds good. That's honoring our knowledge. That's what we're talking about. And if you think about that study when it comes out, I'll send it because there's really good information in there. It's really interesting. And it's a reflection of the work you do and the success that you've created. And for that, I'm thankful. But more importantly, per this study, our students are thankful. Our students are thankful. Let's keep that going. Now I'll move away from the study and give this, these are just thoughts. Not random, because then it'll make no sense to be up there speaking, but kind of random. Because when we talk about our community, part of it is saying, how does our entire community benefit from our diverse life experiences? So the thought here is you have the STEM department here, you have CDS over here. How can, based on what we talked about earlier, the honoring we just did with our faculty, how can our STEM faculty help enlighten our CDS students? And vice versa. How can we not be so siloed so that we can share the life experiences that each of us brings to the table in areas that might be outside of our area? We're too small of a college to say, my knowledge stops at that door. How do we expand that? We have a new School of Fine Art. But how do we then now try to integrate and infuse STEM into that? I think we need to be asking different questions sometimes as we move forward. But I am filled with optimism about the strength of our community, the path of our college, and the potential we have to positively impact our Navajo Nation and beyond. These challenging times demand inspiration, not pessimism. And courage, not timidity. You know, it's scary. I don't know about you, but every morning when I wake up, first thing I do is I flip open this thing and start reading New York Times, Washington Post. All right? And that first time when I pushed my code, which I won't tell you, and I better not do that, something I can figure out what numbers I'm pushing. But first thing I think about is what happened last night. And I think all of us feel that. We're uneasy because tweets at 7 in Washington are 5 o'clock our time. So they've already been out. What happened last night? Sometimes we're afraid to see what's happening. I know a couple weeks ago, with the tragedies in El Paso and Dayton, it's a scary time. And we can sit there and say this never happens to us. But it does. We've had this in our communities. We have it today in our communities. And having those conversations, I think, are important as we start. There's anxiety. My son comes home sometimes and we talk, and then he has some friends that come over. And they're talking about what's happening around them. What's happening in the world outside as well as the world inside. This blendedness of these worlds. Not living in two worlds, but a blending that's on a spectrum that moves back and forth based on where you are at that time, not physically, but sometimes emotionally and spiritually as we go forward. But that's an opportunity for us as we look forward. So the question really is, what is the role of a college in these changing times? in these scary times? What is our role? We have to engage in these conversations in order to be relevant. Because there's nothing worse for a college than not being relevant to the times, not being relevant to the issues, not being relevant to the students. We have to find a way to find that relevancy. And for us, it's a bigger challenge. Our mission is rooted in tradition and knowledge and culture and history and language. So how we then bridge that relevancy to the future is paramount to our success and where we'll be. We build these programs. You know, we like to say, like the movie Field of Dreams, right? We build it, they will come. But we don't know. And there are some hard decisions that we have to make in terms of programs that we have developed. So I pose one of these questions now. That how do we confront directly and candidly what are the academic areas that have lagged in that college's trajectory? We need to confront that. We need to address it. We can't just continue to do things just because we did it in the past and we continue. We need to look internally and say, what are those programs that maybe now are outdated? Or maybe now we need to change the focus. We all have all these ideas about what's next, right? The deans have been working with the different schools. We have an idea of what's going to be our first master's degree program, whether it's in the arts, whether it's in education, whether it's in STEM. We have these ideas about what we're going to do. But think about going to a cafeteria, and this is our trade. We can't just always pile programs on top. At some point, we have to take some off. And that's a hard discussion to have. That's a very hard discussion to have as we move forward. It's also changing, I think, and we all know the recent studies that talk about the different skill sets that are needed for the future, the soft skills. So how do we incorporate that across the curriculum? You've heard me say this before at the Convocation and other places, that with our mission and philosophy, we're far ahead of that. We're far ahead of that because the way our philosophy of learning is such that it reflects that. But then how do we keep building on that as we move forward? I promise not to go over. I think the other thing I wanted to bring up a little bit is about change. You know, we all know change is happening all around us and it's happening within us. I'm not as young as I used to be. Things happen physically. We have different things happening around us. Everything changes. And it's not so much the change that really impacts us, at least I think. It's the transition that happens, going from here to there. The scary part is when you don't really know where there is, and you're being asked to change, that's tough. So we need to create opportunities to talk about that. And that opportunity is something which falls a lot on my shoulders. It's about building a community of trust. And I thought we were really moving forward on that. I'll be honest. I thought we were moving forward on building the trust between the faculty and the administration. And it shows you how fragile that trust is that I took a misstep. The rental rates, right? And it just crumbled down. And now we have to try to put that foundation back up and move forward. So it taught me a lesson. Something I won't do again as we move forward. I'll take responsibility for that, even though it wasn't my decision at that point. But I'm the president, it's my responsibility. But that opportunity to build trust, now we have to try it again, but there's a little wall. How do we move forward? It impacts in a lot of different things. Where does that also impact? Let's talk about the budget. This is me trying to say, look, I want you to hear from me. So one of the challenges I think we have as we move forward is how can we be more strategic? Programmatically, as well as operationally. How can we be more strategic in the investment of our funds? We can't just continue to do things as they were in the past. We have to say, if this is important, let's say the School of Art, then the budget should reflect that. But getting back to my earlier statement, everything can't be important or nothing is important, right? So how do we make those priorities? So we need to have that conversation. And so the change, what I was looking at when we went through the budget process was saying, let's take a 5% efficiency review. Let's take 5%. Look at your budget, and where would you save 5%? Because when we get comparisons of all the schools around us, we are almost twice the size of schools with similar enrollment in terms of employees. All right? So the investment of funds into programs, building new academic programs, building new student support programs, it's not like just a bunch of money. You have to take what you have and strategically invest it. So the idea was, let's take that 5%, put it over here, and then put it back in and be strategic as we move forward. And the word that got out is, okay, we have a 5% cut across the board, we're going to get rid of everybody. That wasn't the goal. The goal is, let's ask ourselves hard questions about our current budget, our initiatives, and decisions, and see, is this going to get us from here to there? So that was the process. And then at the end of that process, you would have this 5%, and then you would strategically put it back in the budget in those areas that you say, this is important for us to grow as a college. This is where we need to put more money. And that was the process we were in. To give you an idea of the difference in size, Coconino Community College, which is a little larger than us, has 170 employees. We have 308. I just want to throw that number out there. That kind of gives you a sense of what we're looking at. And we're not, and let me say this up front, we're not looking to become, because now we're a 4-year institution. So a lot of people, of course, thought, well, what you can do is get rid of faculty and just have adjunct now. That would defeat the purpose of us becoming a 4-year institution. That's not it. What we're going to do is emphasize research. We need to grow, we need to build. How do we do that? You know what? We need to find more money. That's my job. We're starting to. For example, you saw probably that we have scholarship funds this year. It's at $250,000. It's actually $265,000 this year. 251,000 scholarships and another $3,500 scholarships that we raised the money for, not including everything else. Just in 1 year, not in 1 year, 9 months. So we're trying to give our students more opportunity. Why? Because the biggest problem they have is paying their bills, not getting into college, it's staying in college. So we have all these things that we're trying to focus on at the same time. But we need to make sure that the program that they have when they come here will be relevant as they move forward in the future. So what are some of those challenges that are happening to us? Externally, we have a changing economy of the Navajo Nation. Look at the Navajo generating station. Look at the impact that's going to have on our Shiprock branch. It's going to have a huge impact because people are leaving. right? Look at the impact it's having, say, at Kayenta. You saw the newspaper the other day. 300 fewer people living in Kayenta. The enrollment has dropped 300 students within the Kayenta Unified School District. What's happening? It's not just students leaving, families leaving. So now you have big industry that are leaving that had a lot of big jobs, and they've gone. The younger people have left. The younger people are the ones with the kids. How does that impact us as we move forward in saying we want to grow? Because the goal I have is by 2030, we will have 3,000 students at our college. How do we get there? We don't just build by adding new students. Earlier, we had the new employees, right? And think about it. I sat there thinking, wow, we have more security. I thought last time we just hired security, and the last time before we just hired. In other words, some of it is how do you keep what you have as making a big impact. Our students, we lose about 300 to 400 students every year because they don't re-enroll. And a lot of it is because they owe $160. Our cutoff is $150. So part of these funds that we raise are going to be targeted to some of these students who owe just that threshold so they can get back into college. So we have to do everything we can internally. But we also have a responsibility, meaning we, everyone in this room, to talk about the net college in a way that people want to come here. You all come from chapters, or you all go and shop at Batches or Safeway or whatever. So I challenge you. I'll share a story that Michelle Curry shared with me. We had a board meeting in Winter Rock a few weeks ago. On the way back, she picked up, I won't say a hitchhiker because that doesn't sound safe, but a potential student. And that student was going to enroll in San Juan College. And so on the drive from Winter Rock to Shook Rock, she talked about the net college, what it has to offer. This is before she had the knowledge of the study I just shared. And by the end of that ride, that student said, I'll come back tomorrow. And Michelle said, I'll walk you to the register. I'll walk you down. I'll talk to show you who you need to talk to register for classes and talk to some professors. That's one student. But look around you in this room. If all of us just had one student, we'd be up by about 100 students. So that's the challenge. It's not somebody else's job, it's our job. If this college is good enough for us to take their money, it should be good enough for us to reinvest it by trying to get students to come in. And I know that's kind of harsh, but that's the reality. The economy is getting better, so students now can get a job. That's one of the sad facts of education and the economy, right? When it's terrible, they go to college. When it's good, they get a job. But we can change that because I think the dynamic on the Navajo Nation is a little different than all of that. I think the other factor that I just want to start to kind of close up is taking advantage of what those outside forces are. We've all heard about Yazzie Martinez in New Mexico. We have that opportunity. The judge came down and said you need to have culturally relevant curriculum in the schools, you need to have teachers that are trained, all these different things. There is nobody in this world that's better suited to address that lawsuit than this college. And we're on the sideline. Not anymore. We have a meeting this afternoon to try to address it. One, we're going to be opening up a teacher ed program in Shook Rock. We're also going to be developing a professional development initiative that addresses teachers that are already teaching How can they come back and be a part of it? And you know what? It's not just about teaching Navajo history, language, and culture. It's about how do you teach math, science, physics with a Navajo slang. So everybody in this room has that opportunity. But you take that on the road and you come back here. And how does that impact Arizona? There's an idea here. So we started making noises. The Mexican Affairs Committee called us yesterday and said, we want to hold our meeting in Chippewa and have you talk about this. We need to use our voice based on our experience, based on our success. And we need to take that experience, take that voice, and shape a new speech and a new direction for the future. That's the challenge we all have working together, not in silos, but together. That's what we're trying to do. And that's what I need all of your help with. You know, I'm reminded of a book I read this summer. There's a book by Ta-Nehisi Coates. It's called Between the World and Me. It's a novel he wrote as a letter to his son. And in it was a line that really struck me. Quote, we meant well, we tried our best, good intentions is a hall pass through history, a sleeping pill that ensures the dream. Together we must demand more. We are tasked with nation building, the Navajo Nation. There is no hall pass and there is no greater opportunity than now, today, this fall semester 2019. Welcome back to Gannett College, or welcome to Gannett College. Let's have a great year. Thank you, everybody.